Hello and welcome to Access. My name is Nathan and I'm here with Dave.
Hello.
And Dave, what's this?
This is Lords of the Fallen, Nath, on PS4.
This is direct capture.
Boom.
That we captured.
Absolutely.
Actually, Holly did.
Yeah.
Holly. But she went to an event in London recently and got to play this game. And she told us she didn't do it very well. We've just had a quick look at this footage. She did fine.
Yeah, she's done really admirably. I don't know what she's talking about.
And this is for those of you who don't know, Lords of the Fallen is, as you can see, it's a third-person action-adventuring game, but very much modelled on the Dark Souls style. So much so that when I played it at E3, there's a mini-boss in here. Let's see what Holly does. Sorry to interrupt myself. That's a big guy with a big shield. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. This is what the guy at E3 told me to do. How'd you like that?
Bosh.
He's in a hole.
Nice.
So like in Dark Souls, there are traps everywhere for you, but also there are clever little shortcuts you can do. But yeah, so I played it at E3. Double tap circle on the pad just to be like, how much like Dark Souls is it? And that did the back step that I kind of expected it to.
Okay.
And then got into a fight and just was like, and I just played it like Dark Souls, and everything is very...
So the controls are mapped to, the same.
The same,
as Dark Souls.
And like moves you don't have to have, like the back step and like the rolling. She's messing people up here.
Absolutely,
She's doing fine. And I guess the big thing is, I mean, the people who are making this game have talked about it. They're very upfront about the fact that Dark Souls is obviously a big influence. They're not trying to copy Dark Souls. They're trying to make a very good game along those lines. And we kind of, talk about the legitimacy of that. And people make Minecraft-style games now because Minecraft is so big. It's become the thing. And I kind of, certainly until we've all played it and we make up our minds about Lords of the Fallen, I'm very happy thinking about it like that. It seemed like a very robust game. It's also really pretty, Dave. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I do think it looks really, really pretty. I was thinking, Nate, actually, I know you've played Dark Souls and loved it. I've never played it, and I've sort of wanted to, but not that much. But there's something about this. Exactly, I'm afraid. Something about this game really makes me want to play it, and I'm not sure what that is because on the
darkness and the fire and the monsters.
Yeah, but I mean but Dark Souls has that. It's something on the surface that really appeals to me. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's just that it's really, really good looking. It looks a little bit more agile to me, and maybe
no, you're not wrong. There is so again, speaking to them because we've had the interviews on the channel before. One of the things they do in Dark Souls, it's quite a robust and punishing. So it can be punishing. Just the movement and the animation system. So once you commit to something like a move or a block or a roll, you cannot break out of that.
Right.
Whereas I think in here they have they've spoken about the fact that they are more flexible, so they will blend an animation. So if you decide to do, I'm not sure exactly what the examples are, but if you're rolling, say, and you realise you're about to roll into an attack, you can go straight up into a shield block.
Yeah.
And those kind of things. I think that they're interested in making it a challenge, but they're not interested. I think difficulty became the defining feature of Dark Souls, maybe unfairly, but in a way which completely just, that was the message of that game. And I think Lords of the Fallen, like you say, they want people to have a go. Come on an adventure.
Speaking of having a go, I think Holly is just about to come up against the boss of this demo.
She's changed. She's gone for the claws here.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's gone melee, which I wouldn't normally do unless I knew a boss really well. I don't think, because you have to. Because if we're up close, you're very susceptible. So unless you know what the attacks are.
Well, she wouldn't know this boss very well. I imagine she might have been recommended these claws, but it's each to their own, isn't it? You've got to play to your skills and stuff. He doesn't look like someone I want to be really close to.
No, he doesn't.
And there's a...
Doesn't look like a friendly type. He's quite big. And he's got a cheap little grounder. Look at that. Like a burrowing...
It is the classic, that one, isn't it? What kind of champion as well? Who's champion? Well, I don't believe it. I
was playing very early code at E3, and I actually crashed before I got to embarrass myself on the boss.
Really?
So here you go. So it's the old... This was like the Bane fight in Batman.
Yeah.
You let him run into the wall and then just kick him in the back.
You can see the champion's health is sectioned off as well. I think when you get him down so far, he changes the way he attacks. He's like gets more powerful, more devastating.
Do
attacks.
You think this is John Champion, who's better known as the commentator on Pro Evolution Soccer?
Well,
that would be a turn-off. Maybe we're Jim Beglin.
If it is,
let's have a fight, John.
He's looking well.
Yeah, he is.
In a way,
he's been working out. Yeah, I mean, I guess you never get to see him, do you? Really, in the commentary.
No,
box?
you only hear about him. Here we go. Oh, that's gone quite badly. Maybe she was talking about that bit specifically. That wasn't her best moment.
No, true. No, Holly has equipped herself very well. Like I said, she's been doing all the things you'd expect someone who knows what they're doing in Dark Souls to do. And you're the kind of thing, shield up all of the time, backstepping. And she did a falling attack earlier on, which is an attack you can do from ledges down onto enemies, and it will give you like a bigger damage on it. So she knows what she's doing. And I think it's important to know that as well, because people who are Souls fans, I mean, there's probably a boisterous machismo among that community. What I'm saying is, if they see someone playing a game like Dark Souls and not doing amazingly, there is often the temptation to go, that's rubbish.
Yes.
This person doesn't know what they're doing. Holly does know what she's doing, and I think this boss is rather tough. I understood at E3 there was 1 or 2 people a day out of dozens and dozens who were taking it down.
So as far as I'm aware, this is her first time up against him, so
hey,
I think she's doing admirably.
I can count the number of bosses that I killed in Dark Souls first time on no hands.
Really?
Yeah. No, there was one actually, but so I must have just counted it using an abacus, but no hands. Fire. That's what the segment has brought us, Dave.
Oh,
just
yeah, it has.
Some extra fire. That'll make things easier.
That's what you need, and there you go. Sure enough.
So
it's
goodbye
over.
to Holly. So that was Lords of the Fallen. That is how it actually looks on PS4. The important thing about Lords of the Fallen is that it's out at the end of October. If you want to wait for the actual follow-up to Dark Souls, which is Bloodborne, which is a PlayStation 4 exclusive next year, you'll obviously be waiting for a lot longer. My advice: give this a look. We'll probably have more in it before it comes out, but certainly, my interest is piqued.
Me too.
Stay with us on PlayStation Access for loads more on PlayStation 4 and everything PS3 and PS Vita.